beautiful soul. I want to show you my full outfit, but I'm going to do it at the end of the video because it's worth the wait. You know, when I turn around, it's so beautiful. And Spirit has given me some messages that I want to share with you. And some messages I know will happen as, I move forward in the video. So the number one message is, and I want to share it with an example. So, if somebody wants to do a surgery, like the surgery maybe somewhere in the body, now that person has to first be very well trained, then they can do the surgery, you know only then they can't be like, okay, let me do it on the first time, or like, okay, this person has got an accident, I will do their surgeries. It doesn't work like that for in the medical fields, especially surgery. Maybe in medicines people, yeah, but if you're doing a surgery, you have to first have a lot of practice, and then can you actually do it on a human being. However, if somebody wants to start their art business, it's an absolute necessity that they start it without even knowing anything about it. It's like they need to create the art, whatever they are being whatever they can create. I was about to say, like, they need to create the shitty art and put it out there in the market and start selling and start figuring out what ways work for them, what doesn't. But I didn't say the shitty word initially because I don't want to give a label to art. Okay, how can I say that this is shitty art? No, like, art exists literally art exists beyond our judgment, that's why you will look at like the most expensive paintings, and they would be like, you can look at them like, why are people buying such expensive paintings, and they don't even look like, there was this this guy who made this banana painting as well. Like, he put the banana on a canvas, and that painting got sold for many like some millions, and then the owner who bought that painting just took out the banana and ate it, and it was read about it, so the art worlds, the it's funny the kind of, so the kind of money that happens in the art world, the kind of audacity people have in the art world to be able to say like, hey, I'm gonna take a canvas and I'm gonna put a banana on it, and then I'm gonna sell it for like some millions. It takes audacity to look that stupid in front of the people first, to have people laugh at you first, and then of course you win. So it takes a lot of audacity. Art, yeah. So I initially didn't wanted to say like, oh, that's a shitty art, because literally it isn't shitty. It isn't shitty. You change your energy and you make millions through your art, and actually someone who is deep into their art, they will tell you that the satisfaction that they get from making art, that's what they like, that's why they make it. The money is beautiful, and but that's not the only goal for making it. However, yeah, I don't want to say that money is not important or money is not the goal, because it definitely is, and it is beautiful to have money goals, absolutely necessary to have money goals. And also, like, but more than also, like, feeling goals should be there. Like, dear God, I want this life. Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest Mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and I want to feel like this calmness that I feel when I'm standing in front of the sea, or when I'm watching the sunset, the joy that I feel when I'm watching the sunset. I wanted to feel like that. So whatever you need in order to feel that feeling, if that feeling is gonna come through you having the endless freedom in this world to travel, so you will receive either the money to travel, or it could be like you may end up marrying a partner, who will then you guys are traveling together. Or you could maybe start being a content creator wherein people are always flying you out like full paid, they are taking care of your stay and all. So that same thing can happen in multiple ways for you. Anyway, coming back to the main topic of the video, it's like the spirit was wanting to convey that you gotta be wise what truths you are using and where you are using them. Like in the example of the medical surgery, the doctor had to be well trained before they can perform a surgery on you. However, the artist can go out, can mess up, can be a beginner and still go and sell like they are allowed. In fact, that's very necessary for them to just they don't need an experience to be an expert. Art has the freedom that you can be an expert, because what is coming through you, it's actually coming from God. Art is created by God. But however, if you are performing a surgery on somebody, you need to have an experience and a training. Okay, so you gotta be wise enough to learn what truths you are using and where you are using them, how you're using them. If you say like, oh, I do not need to, if a doctor who's gonna perform surgery be like, okay, I don't need an experience or an expertise, then that's dangerous. But if an artist says that and follows this, that artist is on the right path. Okay. And like some cases, some people are very gifted. Some people, I'm not denying, like how in this world there are people who can live even without breathing. That's an exception. But so many of us are not meant to live like that. That's not even our path. That's not even we have to pursue. We don't have to pursue being a breatharian. We have to learn nutrition. We have to learn the proper timing to eat meals. Proper sleeping and all. We have to learn that. We don't have to go into the pursuits of being a breatharian. And at the same time, some people are, that's their path, and they gotta be in the pursuits of that. So I'm here not denying the exception, because somebody who invented the surgery, he was highly gifted man, and he himself knew how to do it. He was being guided. But then not everybody is allowed to do that. Not everybody is allowed to be a beginner and perform a surgery on another human. And this video is not about the debate about whether somebody should do surgery or who should do surgery or not. It is about becoming wiser enough. What truths are you using? And because so many times people use like, oh, I need to be kind and compassionate, and then they let people take advantages of them over and over again. People say like, oh, we have to be compassionate and forgiving and move on, and they use this truth and keep themselves stuck in very dangerous relationship, the relationship that is like literally depleting them of their life force energy, literally destroying their sleep. So and where does this wisdom come from? If the truth that I'm operating from is good for me, of course it comes from experience. You will make a lot of mistakes, and you will learn, okay, this is not the right attitude to have in this situation. This is not the right energy to be in. And lot of the times when it comes to like having purer intention and moving in this world, coming in integrity, coming in our honesty, coming in our truth and operating from that, it requires it will really require you to make mistakes. It will really require you to make mistakes, and then you see like, oh my god, what did I just do? Like your inner consciousness, you will know it in your body. Like you will know like, okay, this is what I have done, this is wrong, I should have not done that, and yeah, that's how we will know like our own inner consciousness. Guys, I'm feeling very suddenly, I'm feeling that I'm in a flow. I'm actually in a flow. Wow. So I'm just gonna continue, because I am not understanding where spirit is leading me with this, but I'm just really flowing. But I feel that connection with the camera. So beautiful. Wow. So yeah, one of the ways you will learn that wisdom, that what you are operating from is right for you or not, is number one is by making mistakes. Number two is that fear, that fear. Like today I was feeling a lot of fear. How will my rent will get paid? How, because like I have like 4 months of rent that I have to pay, and I don't know how to pay. And as I'm making this video, I have like 1 day of like one day of grocery money left, and I don't know how the next gonna show up. So the entire day I was in fear, and so much fear, like so much fear and panic. And then suddenly I wore this outfit, and then I was afraid about, then suddenly that fear was gone of rent and of how the food money is gonna show up and all. Then I had this new fear, like, oh my god, what if I wear this and then people are gonna watch me, and what if they think like I'm asking for it, or I'm, like, there are people who can think of very badly about the women who are dressing up very differently, okay? So then suddenly when I wore this outfit, so then I had a new fear and I completely forgot about the previous fear, and then both of the fears were gone. Then I was like just so excited throughout the day, like throughout my evening when I wore this outfit. So it's about the fear, like, that you have to overcome. uh, I have no idea where literally, because I remember anyway. I'm not gonna think about it. That fear, like, learning to overcome the fear is really beautiful. Even in the surgery, initially people will feel very fearful, like, oh my god, how am I gonna perform a surgery on a human? What if something this happens and that happens? Or why is it about surgery? You guys, are you gonna perform surgery or something? What is it? Or is it about fear? Anyway, so let me center back. Something is coming. The relationship. Somebody wants me to talk about the relationship, probably. But be here, be patient. Something is coming, okay? I heard be calmer, be gentler. I think I'm gonna end this video because I don't know where it is going. I don't understand because it was all done. I know, but I definitely know people were whatever, whoever needed to learn whatever from this video, they have. It has impacted the people in a way that they were meant to be impacted, and people have received what they were meant to receive. But okay, wow, seriously, when I was about to end it, that's when the spirit spoke. It is like you will know something is right for you by how it feels in your body. How it feels in your body. You gotta stay rooted in your body to know what is true for you, what is right for you. Even the right business strategy, right? You gotta deeply rooted in your body. The way to make the money, your unique way, is gonna come through your body. Like, yeah, very well rested. When you are deeply, like, you know, when you have prioritized sleep for a week, okay, and you are sleeping properly, after that you will have the clarity. And after the deep sleep, it is something about the deep sleep, that after that you will have the clarity. What strategy to follow in business, uh, what kind of attitude should you have with this friend of yours, or within this relationship, whether this relationship is workable or not, or where to, yeah, just like everything, you will know in your body, through your body, whether some spiritual truth, like, for so many people, especially for, like, also for me, for initially, what my meditation was, or the best I could do, was just be in my bed and breathe, literally be there and fully breathe, breathe in my fingers, like my toes, my ankles, my calves, my knees, my thighs, my torso, my tummy, and doing it slowly. It's not at this speed. but like a very slow speed, giving my body full attention, being present into it fully. Then after that it was dancing, then after that it was journaling, you know. Okay. And also, how do you learn how to, how one of the ways to get in your body is like journaling, you know. Writing puts you like in your body, because when you are writing, it has like, you are letting it all out. It has this way of, magical way of connecting you to your body and restoring your connection with yourself, you know, your connection with God, and putting you in your power, in your confidence. And just like this magical possibilities, writing does that, journaling will do so in your journey. So I have a course for it, you can get it, link of that is in my bio, all about it. So yeah, journaling, then it was journaling for me. Then it is like, you know, also like on some days it's like the meditation is me just sitting uh, under a tree and looking into the nature, into the forest, and looking at the water body, you know, river, or yeah, some waterfall. So it's very different for everybody, but you will know how, what is, when you are listening to your body, storing that, restoring that connection with your body. And journaling is a very powerful tool to do that actually. So link of that, my journaling course is in my bio. And you will know, you know, like how to form a, if you don't know, highly recommend my course. Yeah, I highly recommend you getting my course, genuinely. Link of that is in my bio. Also, I have my energetic PDF activation, like ebook, that says energetic activation for brand new life. When you go through the prayers and the intentions and the affirmations and you read it, you activate new energy into your life. So get that ebook, link of that also is in my bio. Get into my mentorship of 3 months. That will, you know, for 3 months I'll be the safe space for you. Emotions, you know, like wow, one of the ways, like you also get in your body. People will not be in their body, they will not be in their body because they want to avoid feelings and emotions, you know. So you gotta be like you can't be in your body and avoid feelings and emotions. You gotta feel your feelings and stay in touch with them and sit with the sensations of them. And I will be your support system in this 3 months of mentorship as you process the shame, the fear, the past guilt and regret, and lead you to your power, to your, you know, that deeper levels of peace, and help you overcome the limiting beliefs that have been stopping you. And yeah, also the creative, like you work with me, you will definitely become highly creative and very deeply self-loving. Okay, so the 3 months of mentorship is there. Also, like my one-on-one session over voice note on WhatsApp, you know, that will also be there over video call as well. Link of everything is in my bio.